Okay, so tonight is gonna be a low 40-degree temperature night, which typically does not mean freezing. Usually that's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. But where we live, if there's a low dew point, you can still get a frost. And basically 1 year ago today, our tomatoes were killed on like June 15th because of this low dew point frost. Protect the strawberries, protect the tomatoes. I don't have enough buckets. We got all the pots that we could and covered all but 3 of our tomatoes. We didn't have enough tomato or pots for the tomatoes. And then this row right here is our cucumbers that we covered. Everything else, the only thing else that I feel like I'm really worried about is our potatoes. So we'll wake up in the morning and we'll see what is still alive and what isn't.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done.
I'm walking outside to check on the plants. So it did indeed drop down to 42 degrees. I took off all the buckets this morning quick before getting out the camera because I wanted to make sure they didn't get too hot in there, but it's still pretty cold. But everything's good. I'm happy because our pumpkins, I wasn't able to cover those last night and they would have had some damage. So it was pretty windy yesterday, so the tomatoes are all like whipped around, but they all look good. And then the cucumbers are good too. So we had pots, coolers, anything we could over all these tomato plants all the way up. But they're good. Is it a cold one this morning?
I bet the rabbits love it though.
Yeah, the rabbits probably feel really good. Ducky, is it cold? What happened to our summer? It's been so warm, huh? Yeah. He's like, I'm not used to this. Gonna help Aspen with the morning chores. Thanks, bud. You guys, so I've been wanting to build a rabbit tractor type thing. If you don't know what that is, it's the same as a chicken tractor, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically like a mobile hutch slash coop that you can move around your property so that your animals can sort of forage while still being safe inside their coop or hutch. So we aren't doing that for the chickens. We just wanted a stable coop. But we wanted to do something like that for our rabbits that we will be growing up the babies so that they can munch on all the weeds and the grasses that we have. So some of these are pretty spiky and thistly, but the rabbits still seem to enjoy them. I thought it would be a good idea to just hop online and look at a few ideas and kind of create our own little thing. So that's what today's project is. We decided to go ahead and just throw together. I have a feeling that it'll be kind of a quicker build and it's very simple. It doesn't need a lot of things and we're using a lot of scrap material, so it's not costing us more than what we already paid for the material. So that's gonna be really nice. And let's see how it goes. All right, we've almost got it finished.
Okay, it's not screwed on.
We've got to screw in the door.
And then the bunny, and then we can put the bunnies
We've
in
got
there.
the little shade covering area, little area right there.
Yeah, they can go in here when
We
it's
had
raining.
to kind of jimmy rig the top there, so it's not as attractive, but it'll do.
We've never built this before, so we've had many mistakes.
We definitely.
Yay!
Watch your fingers, bro.
Yay! Now we can put the bunnies in it. Oh, wait, not yet. We have to move it.
You have to
move
make
it
a
outside.
latch.
Oh, get the latch on, and then we can. Okay, you guys ready to put the rabbits in? So we have some that are like 7 or 8 weeks old. So we're not gonna put all of them in. We'll leave a couple with their mom for a week or two, kind of ease her into not having any babies with her. But then they can just eat plenty of the grasses. Unless they get out.
You guys left the door open.
Dad, coming with more bunnies.
Here comes more bunnies.
One more. 2 more.
You can just like set the hatch down after you leave. They're loving it. All right, let's get some T-posts. Got
Alright.
the crew here, ready to help. This one's like, what's going on? Come here, bud. Okay, so we are gonna trellis using T-posts our tomatoes, cucumbers, and our beans, our green beans. Last year we didn't trellis anything because mid-June like I told you before, we got a frost and it pretty much mostly killed our tomatoes and cucumbers, and we didn't grow beans. So it's green beans, like a pole bean variety. But this year, we've made it this far. We've protected those things. And I just want to get trellis up using just a simple T-post and some twine. Nothing fancy. And try to get this done earlier, get it done now before we get even more busy with life, and then it becomes kind of a too late type of a thing and everything's flopping over. So we have a ton of T-posts from making our deer fence last year. And so we'll just use those. We're out here. Tree update. Someone was asking. These trees have all been chopped. You can see this is where I chopped it. And it has 4 main branches, just like that one. Now that one has 3 because my son accidentally knocked off one of the branches. So it might look a little lopsided. But your goal is to have 3 or 4 scaffold branches, and you just have them starting lower down. See how low? Like that's knee high. So if this is the same as if the tree would be taller, it's just these scaffold branches, meaning the first branches are just starting lower, and they're looking really good. This is a plum. Now that we don't have a lot of deer problems, the trees can actually grow. 16. That might be enough.
My twos. We'll start
Should
with
we
that.
try with that? And then,
You got it, Rowan?
do you have the step ladder? Oh, here it is. I'll grab it.
Let's put that on.
These T-posts are really high, so. Is he gonna be
Okay,
able
go
to?
ahead, Rowan.
It's just that it doesn't have one.
There you go. Watch out, bud. Let's start with the tomatoes. They're the first row that needs trellising.
Stop at the hydrant, Rowan.
The hydrant, yeah, that's where they are. You guys, my cabbages, I weeded this row and then we only have a couple that have made it. The end is a squash plant. A lot didn't make it, so I'll probably fill this in with some greens. Okay, our tomatoes. Okay, so I'm thinking, let's just put like 1 T-post right here. And then we'll just do 1.
Right here.
And then I'll like weave around the...
Do you care about which direction these notches are? Hopefully.
There's like a nest. why you go like every 4 plants. Rowan just fed a squash bug to the chicks. Got the tomatoes done. I'll weave them with the twine in a second. We might add another T-post, I don't know. But now we're gonna do our cucumber row. We started some seeds down that row you guys saw, and they are all popping up. Ooh, Ro, catch that grasshopper right here. You see that one? Get it.
Oh, yeah.
Catch it. Go give it to the chicks. It's too bad chickens destroy your garden because they'd be great pest control. Okay, cucumber row's done, tomatoes row's done. Now the beans. We have three T-posts. We need one more. So Nate went to grab another one. Someone needs help. There you go. Is that where you want it?
I'll show you what this pea is. Like, oh, I'll show you how much this has. This is what the plant is.
Ooh, that looks delicious. Okay, we got that post set up. Now I just need to add the string or the twine to each of them. But first I need to go check if the baby's awake and feed her, and then I can come back out.
You guys want to go for a ride?
Thanks for your help, guys.